Rather than creating a tutorial and writing code by myself, I am going to discuss just the logic and give you tips and references to find the resources so that you can do your own research and create digital clock by yourself. My main motive of creating this video is to make you guys avoid copy and pasting from tutorial. There are tons of tutorial already available with code, but if you watch those videos, you might end up copy and pasting and learn nothing. The best way to learn coding is by doing your own research and avoiding tutorial. You can watch tutorials, but at least try doing things yourself at first before watching them. Now let's get into the logic and things involved in digital clock. So at first you need to have a code editor. You can use any code editor that you like. For me personally, I prefer using VS Code. Now once you have a code editor, you need to make a basic setup of your HTML. In that HTML, what you have to do is you need to create a div where you want to put your digital clock in. So that's pretty simple. You just have to create a div, and over here you have your time in hours, minutes, and seconds, and you close that div. That's it. That's pretty simple with HTML. Now once you have your HTML, you need to create a JavaScript file and link it with your HTML. After this comes the main part, which is actually working on building the digital clock. So in step 4, what you need to do is you need to use a built-in JavaScript function, which is date function. So this date function, what this date function will give you is hours, minutes, and seconds. It will give you year, and it will give you month. So from this date function, what we need is just the hours, minutes, and seconds. So now what you have to do is you need to go and do your own research and find this date function and how to use this date function. So from this date function, you will just need to extract hours, minutes, and seconds. So that's pretty easy to extract once you go and find the sources. After you get hours, minutes, and second, what you need to do now is you need to use these values and set up in your original container over here that you created. If you get confused here, then I will give you a simple tip. So in that div that we have up here, so what you can do is in that div you can create a separate div for, you can give a class name as hours and close that, and do similar thing with minute and similar thing with seconds as well. Now over here, what you have to do is you need to target these 3 classes in your JavaScript file. Now you need to target these 3 classes in your JavaScript file, and that's pretty simple. You just have to use either get element by class name, or you can use query selectors. Now what you do is use these 2 methods in JavaScript and set these hours, minutes, and seconds value in these 3 containers over here. Once you do that, you'll get something like hours, minute, and second, for example. So the current time is 6:52, so you'll get something like 18:52 and something seconds. Now if you want to make it 12 hours, what you can do is you need to figure out a logic for that. So if it's greater than 12, you make it 1 or something like that. So the next value that comes in, you make it 1, and then followed by the addition, like if it's 14, you make it 2, something like that. And if you want to include the AM and PM in your clock, you can do that by adding another logic. something like if it's between 0 to 12, you write AM. If it's between 13 and 24, you make it PM. So there's a bunch of different things that you can do to make your digital clock have more features, but this is the basic logic that is required to create a digital clock. So in this video, I haven't given you any step-by-step code or something like that. I have just given you a brief idea or different functions that you can use and find it so that you can use your own research and create it by yourself. So what this will do is it will help you understand the concepts in more detail, and then you in future, if you need to use any of these features, you don't need to go and have a look at that tutorial again, because you already know where to find those resources and how to use it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this one was helpful. If there's any confusion that you come across when you're building this project, then you can always drop down a comment and connect with us in our other social platforms, which you can find in our channel description. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.